Hello everyone, welcome to the Audit and Attestation class. In this class, we'll be studying in detail about the SOX, that is Sarbanes Oxley Act. So let's dive into to take a detailed understanding or high level overview of SOX Act 2002.
Finally, we are on SOX, Sarbanes Oxley Act 2002. How many of you have heard about this SOX 2002?
In CA final, there is a small topic, like it's only one page. So
Where?
In CA final.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's good though.
So Sarbanes and Oxley mean they're persons who gave in the decision in a case. So based on their name, this act has come.
Okay. How about others? Any idea? Have you heard about this before? Sarbanes Oxley Act?
Yes, sir.
So I've gone through some JDs of CPA. So here it is mentioned SOX related question.
SOX related work job profile.
Yes.
Now you get to know what is SOX and what is that actually job profile is. Yeah, Kush, you're saying something?
Yeah, basically, SOX was introduced by the US government after the Enrons and other accounting scandals, just to enhance the quality of the corporate governance within the companies, so that no such accounting scandals happen in the future.
Yeah, cool. That's good. How about others? Yeah, Ayush, Pranjali.
So basically, we read it in final exam, Sarbanes Oxley Act. But अभी याद नहीं है कि उसमें actually था क्या. There were some regulations from the point of view of this US government, जो companies पे applicable कर दिया था, in which we had to get the audited done for public listed entities mandatorily. This is what I remember.
Got it.
So the key aspect of like outcome of the SOX is that the company has to report on their internal control framework, how strong and effective is the internal control framework, and then reporting should be independent. So that is the key aspect, I would say, for SOX, where they have to be because management responsibility, the key two responsibility which we discussed, preparation of financial statement and designing and operation of the effective internal controls. So it talks about the internal controls, how strong are the internal controls, and it should be an independent reporting on that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Avneet, Rahul, Pranjali, you guys have any thought or idea what SOX is?
Actually, sir, I don't have any idea about this SOX Act, but at the time of providing month-end closing financials to CFO.
Sir, I can't hear anything.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yes, you're audible.
How about others? Can you hear Rahul?
Yes, sir.
We can hear.
You have some internet
Hello.
issue.
Yeah. So actually, at the time of providing the financials, month-end closing financials to CFO, and they are focusing on accuracy and all. So I think after reading this, I think it is because of this SOX Act, I think.
Yeah, this is the culprit, which require you to work a lot. That's
Yes,
very
yes.
true.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, Pranjali, Garvit, any idea? Sanchit, Vineet?
No, sir. This is the first.
No idea. Okay, so maybe like after this class, you'll have a detailed idea about what is SOX and why it is there. So like from the hierarchy wise, I think in our very first class we discussed, and also when we were discussing about Security Exchange Act, that time also we have discussed about SOX, right? So in US, like how in India we have parliament, they pass like laws, right? Same way in US we have Congress that pass the law, right? So Congress has passed this law back in 2002. So this SOX committee, they actually reports to the Congress directly, right? To the parliament directly, right? And within that SOX, like under the SOX Act 2002, they have formed a committee. It's called PCAOB, Public Company Accounting Oversight Board, right? And then Public Company Accounting Oversight Board, they have the responsibility to register the CPA firm, monitor the work of the CPA firm who are doing the audit for the listed company or providing attestation services to the listed client, right? So we'll be discussing more in detail, but at very, very high level, if I say in terms of hierarchy, so then US, we have a Congress similar to like how we have Parliament in India, and they have passed this SOX 2002 Act back in 2002, as like Ankush has also rightly said. So there was a lot of scandals going on in during the time of 95 to 2001. So whether it's like Enron scam, and there are other lot of financial crimes were going on, which were impacting the overall interest of the investor, and like investor are not feeling comfortable to invest in the stock exchange. So right, to protect the interest of the general public, to protect the interest of the general investor, so the Congress has came up with the SOX Act 2002, right? And major objective of this act is to protect the interest of the investor, same way like which we were discussing in our last class also about Dodd-Frank Act 2010, right? So that Dodd-Frank Act 2000 came in 2010 after looking at overall operation of SOX 2002. Whatever the you can say shortcomings were there, they had tried to cover with the Dodd-Frank Act back in 2010, right? And then after, like, you know, like it's building in law is one thing, and continuously monitoring the law and updating that law is another thing, right? So in back in 2013 also, they have further updated like requirement of the SOX. So now the SOX, original SOX is 2002 Act, and the amended one is 2013 Act, right? But the major objective, whether it's of SOX or a Dodd-Frank Act, is to protect the interest of the investor and enhance the overall accuracy and reliability of the corporate disclosure. So the company who are making the financial statement or who are giving the disclosure basis which like investor are putting their money, right? You know, like if, for example, if you need to buy the equities or preference or any debentures of any company, as an investor, what do you look for? Like primary source of information for you is their financial statement, right? That would you will be considered as the base. And in addition to that, in that financial statement, management provide management discussion and analysis, right? In which they provide like future prospects of the company and future expectations of the company, right? That's also being you can say like in last class we discussed about 10K, which is annual filing, or maybe like 8K, which is like quarterly filing. That like management provide like management discussion and analysis, in which they provide what they have achieved so far and what they are planning to achieve in future also. And they give journal statement as well as they give some quantitative information, right? And investor rely primarily on those financial statement and attachment to those financial statement to consider as a base whether he or she is interested in investing in a company or not, right? So here from the SOX Act 2002 and update in 2013, the primary focus of the act is to ensure the accuracy in the reporting. So financial statement, what the company are reporting in their balance sheet, profit and loss account, cash flow statement, notes to accounts, and other, you can say, disclosure along with the financial statements, especially like management discussion and analysis, are they accurate or not? Are they reliable or not? So for that, they have put certain compliance on the company. And then they have also formed like PCOB and auditor independence from the for to control and you can say ensure the quality of the CPA's work, especially for the issuer company, especially for the public company, right? So the entire act is actually arranged in this 11 titles, which are in front of you. First one is PCOB. What is PCOB?
Public Company Accounting Oversight.
Yeah, Public
Accounting
Company
Oversight Board.
Oversight Board. Yeah, so first title is on PCOB. Second is auditor independence. Same way like we have discussed in detail about independence rules as per AICPA, right? So in that also we discussed like Security Exchange Commission, right? Security Exchange Commission who has formed this SOX, right? They consider AICPA independence rules as the base, and on top of that, they will add additional requirements based on for the security of the company who are listed, or you can say to audit the issuer's company, right? Third is corporate responsibility. So here they have laid down certain responsibility on the company side also, right? They need to some of you said design, operating, and maintenance of the internal controls is the management responsibility. From where exactly it is coming? It is coming from the corporate responsibility covered under the SOX Act 2002. Right, and then they have also enforced like enhanced financial statement disclosure requirement on the company, right? Like we said, preparation, fair presentation and preparation of the financial statement is the responsibility of management or CPA? Management, right? From where exactly this is coming? It's coming from Title 4 of the SOX. Right, so title 1, 2, 3, 4, these are important for your CPA examination perspective. In addition to that, there are like 6 to 11 additional titles, so they are not much tested in your CPA exam, so will not be covering in detail those. So we'll be covering in detail about title 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right, but just for your information purpose, title number 5 is analyze conflict of interest. So when there is a conflict of interest between the auditor and the auditee, then how it is being analyzed in the view of SOX 2002. Right, next is commission, resource, and authority. That's like internal, you can say, hierarchy of the SOX team, right, and internal structure of the SOX team. Then studies and reports. So SOX team, internal SOX team, or you can say SEC staff, they also issue certain reports, or you can say guidelines or interpretation for the SOX Act. So that's come in title 7. And then title number 8 is corporate and crime fraud accountability. So whenever any you can say officer is found guilty, so what all penalty and prosecutions are there is being laid down in title number 8. Next is white collar crime penalty. So like we were discussing about Enron fraud, or maybe Lehman Brothers, or many other such big scandals. So those all scandals are kind of white collar scandal. That means do you know what is white collar and what is blue collar? What is white collar?
White collar means higher crimes.
Yeah, and what
public
is blue
interest effects? Blue collar means it does not affect any public interest, to my knowledge.
No, Sandeep. So blue collar are majorly, you can say, the production employee, right, who are majorly work in production areas, right? And white collar are majorly, you can say, staff, or you can say who is more work on like accounting perspective, whether it's like AP team, AR team, sales team, marketing team, or you can say controlling team, or you can say the team who make the financial statement, internal audit team, they all comes in the white collar employee. And the blue collar employee are purely workers who are working in the production floor. So back in 95 to 2001, so there was huge increase in the white collar crime. So they what they did, like they consider this white collar crimes, penalties, and prosecution in the light of civil law, right? So those all being you can say clarified over here in chapter number title number 9. And the 10th one is corporate tax returns. So like in our independence rules also we discuss about like corporate tax return, what all tax returns like as a CPA we can file and what all things we cannot do. So for the Security Exchange Commission, so they have also laid down rules for the tax services. And then lastly, corporate fraud and accountability. So same way like how management is responsible for the fair presentation and preparation of the financial statement, ensuring design, design and operating effectiveness of the internal control. At the same time, they have also responsibility to do the to ensure the compliance, or you can say control in place to prevent and detect the fraud. So these all comes in the Title 11. For your examination purpose, Title 1 to 4 is important. So we'll be covering in detail Title 1 to 4, right?